sometimes it's really easy to do it, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm carrying the game. And then other times it's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
Right. If I literally just been working on awareness like the last few days or so, I guess the most important thing is trying to regain awareness after you do something in the mid fight. So, for example, um, I usually say, I literally had a Lucio session earlier today that was like, after you do an action or after something has occurred, you will look around or you will start regaining awareness in the mid fight, whether that's wall riding to help someone or whether that's you booping someone away from Shasa or whether that's you getting a kill. Whatever the case may be, after something's actually happened and you've done what you intended to do, then you look around a little bit more. Um, Again, on Brig, for example, it might be you whip shot someone or you pack someone, and then you look around in between that. Because that's essentially downtime where you've already done something that you intended to do. Um, so that's generally what I advise when it comes down to like making sure that you're not losing track of what's going on all the time. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, and making sure you're not tunneling on a single time going nuts. Um, has it been fine with other comps as well? Like, have you found Lucio? We've got a game already. Have you found like Lucio struggling in like different comps or maps or whatever?
Um, Honestly, the Mauga comp is still one of the harder ones.
Yeah,
Like,
understandably.
I like playing it with dive a lot. Um, so that's what I would prefer. But like, yeah, probably the Mauga comp is the one that's hardest. For my college and stuff, we always did just like brawl, just just fucking run it down main. So that I'm pretty fine at too. Um,
All right.
but yeah, it just depends. We'll see. Now I know I probably should go Brig here.
Lucio is fine as long as you. I don't really care what you
Okay.
can play. Just you
Yeah.
can go Lucio. It's fine. Ban Doom
I
Freya.
don't know. I hate playing against Doom, and then Freya just who wants to play against a Freya? And a lot of the times I'll think about like banning Juno or Ana.
Mm,
Basically like support where Brig would be better, just because most of the time I play with Akiri. Although it
okay.
depends.
I mean, bans are. I mean, is it less straightforward for Lucio because there's less characters that you immediately have extreme hard counters against, but those bans are
Right.
fairly reasonable.
Yeah. It's like I always struggle really bad into Pharah. Venture is another one too, actually. Glad that got banned. But it's like I'm not gonna ban Pharah, she gets played once every 10 games. It's like who cares?
Yeah. I mean, usually what I see with bans as well is the most effective ones for Lucio are not often just banning out like a main like the other main support or another support lineup that they can play. Like here, for
Yeah.
example, you would ban out Brick or Ana to so you can force like a Lucio Kiri mirror or something like
Right.
that. Or make it more like less straightforward and less straight up, so they can play like some less traditional dive if they wanted to. Which you guys are kind of doing here.
Yeah. That makes sense. I've been thinking about doing that a little bit more, but it also depends on the map too. Like I played a Dorado game yesterday where I wanted to ban Brig, but it didn't get banned. And it's like after like 5 minutes in the game, it's like okay, I have to go Brig here, else we're just gonna lose.
Right.
So it's like if we didn't have it, it would be bad. But yeah, I don't know what we're doing with the Lucio Brig. This isn't gonna be how a normal game is. It's the thing
It'll
that
be
sucks
somewhat
about
fine.
live coaching, but
Might be a little bit more in heal aura a little bit more of the time, but it'll be relatively fine. So yeah,
yeah,
going top right is fine. We've been on Wraith, you can roughly stay there. You can scout a little bit more. Fine.
yeah, you're right.
Okay. Look, get ready for your Winston going. Yeah, I'll go right to your Winston right now, but yeah, I dropped down so that sadly. So again, just being aware of what your Winston's doing and getting ready to
Sure.
stage, right? So staying on that high ground. Nice boop. Staying on the high ground, so with your Winston, fine. Yo is good. You've been way sure. Fine. Yeah, look what your Winston's doing. Yeah, follow your Winston,
I probably
sure.
don't need to amp there,
Camp's
but
fine. Keep Queen away, nice. Maybe warrior back a little bit. Yeah, getting a little bit too aggro there.
yeah.
So again, the boop and the Queen's good. Try and we'll go to Winston if possible.
Mhm.
Nice, stay on Healora. Got a lot of space already early on, that's good. Your big staying cart, don't need to worry about that. Poke around, that's good, don't need to commit yet. Fine, how about, yeah, just go for the queen, go for the queen. I stayed right now, 1 HP, nice.
Oh, that's so unlucky.
So yeah, that's unfortunate. get ready to heal Aura if you need to, or heal if you need to.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. People get away, sure. Okay, you might want to ward back up, that's fine. It's a bit awkward there. You can't really walk forward, so you can go back up the stairs and try to reposition.
True,
a little bit more awkward there. Ideally against Queen, you'd be warding top left, so then you can get to high ground while you're shooting the Queen. But yeah. Okay. So a little bit more, again, putting yourself in a position to where you've got different options to essentially do or have. Nothing terrible out of the ordinary, though. Sure, you can look at your team. Again, you can look at your Sombra top right? So get ready to go for your Sombra if you need to. High ground's relatively free, fine. Okay, get a little bit late there, right? So again, you weren't aware of your Sombra blitzing top rights. Okay. Yeah, try and mark the actual pull, that's fine. You don't need to anymore. Fine. Look to enable your hands if you need to. Reaper's dead right now, so you're a little bit, you can play a little bit more aggro. Sure. Okay. Reaper away, nice. Oh, yeah, hand heal, nice. Big heals. Okay. Just farm, play to farm beats. If you get to your hazard if it's possible. Okay, you don't need to beat here, you're 1-up already, maybe? Might need to beat your traces down. Okay. Yeah, that would beat now, nice.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, unfortunate there, but it's okay. Try and look for a squishy if you can, or enable your hazard a little bit more. Squishes are low, cast is low. Okay, look around to your left side if you need to. Quick glance. Okay, hurry up. Yeah, no, get out. Nice. Okay, it's place a reset there. Hazard's dead. I'm very unfortunate there. So maybe a little bit quicker on helping your hazard there a little bit, but nothing crazy. Beat was fairly okay. They used Nano, Queen, Nano, Kitsune, and if you press tab. No High Noon, Queen ults. Yeah, I don't think they use Bob either. So just DPS ults and Queen ults.
Yeah.
Someone's got EMP, so you might want to again look to enable your Sombra or enable your hazard during EMP.
Sure.
Okay. I go top left, fine. Okay. No nade usage. Look at your hazard, where he's at. Do where he is with you. Look to go. Yeah, go them. Go for the sure. I was go for the honor instead, but that's fine. Hazard's low, nice. Keep high ground. Heal your hazard if need be. High ground's under control, that's fine. Yeah, go shoot the Queen on point, sure. Queen off HP, sure. Relatively fine. Try and flip the Queen away on point if you need to. Yeah,
I don't think I'm getting her off.
Yeah, hazard dies there, so it's really hard. Nothing too much you could have done to save your hazard's life there. Nice zoning away. Okay, a lot of get ready for such a.
Yep. Gotta go this way.
Yeah. Keep it scuffed. Try and ward around. You can ping pong if you need to. Nice.
Just trying to live right now.
Yeah, play for there. No, you already got the point. Nice. So say play for sound barrier there. Okay, pulse has been used. Press tab again. I use Queen out there for sure. Don't. Yeah, use High Noon as well. Didn't see a Bob coming out there.
Nano again for sure.
And Nano for sure.
They use Bob.
They use Bob. Okay. So just coming up on supporters, then that's just this.
Yeah, they'll be coming up on Bob as well.
Okay, Queen out swapping here. Let's stop again. See what you're building. Yeah, go high ground as well. Okay, just get to it. Okay, sure. You could potentially beat rush this if you see what your has going like super deep. Oh, that's lucky. Yeah, ideally I can use you. I mean,
yeah, should I have gone to the top with the hazard?
Yeah. You're standing on card there a little bit too. So
that's also true.
Okay. Ideally, the retake's gonna be so hard here in ranked, but normally you go top right. Yeah. Gonna be tough. Yeah, look at what your Haz does. Okay, nice. Oh, don't beat that yet. See my Ajax. I thought, yeah, get Hazard out. Move away.
Damn.
Very unfortunate. It's not, again, the only thing is that's really important is looking at what the tanks are doing, because they're gonna be the ones distracting attention, so you can actually pull forward. Looks like your team are getting back though, so try and roll out quick if you can. Okay. Yeah, Hazard's there. That's get ready to kite if you need to. You can maybe war at top left if you can. I think that's possible. At top right's fine, yeah. Sure, yeah, go for your Sombra. Yeah, you tracer, yeah.
The hazard here, but
nice, try and dupe him away. Okay, just playing the Kitsu, play slow, careful Nano, no nade.
Yeah, I'm thinking about beat.
Consider it, yeah. They might throw a Bob on point or something. Sure, maybe. Yeah, nice. Play to slow, they're up 2 ults right now, these spikes and bobs, so just chill. Press tab again so you see what they're running, or your team has. Okay, Sombra EMP, get ready for that. Okay, Amp's good. Nice, speed in, speed in. Fine. You go with your Sombra here. Do the cast 1. Nice kill. Fine, you're up to 4v2 right now, just has an honor. Nice, 4v1, nice.
Cool.
So get that tab in between the thing, you can see how important that is, right? Just making sure you're aware of what your team are doing or what they're intending to do. So again, now we've got spikes and Tracer pulse from, so that's what you're going to be looking to enable. No stop off for 2, so Tracer's gone. No spikes, no Bob. No, they still have Kitsu, I believe. And I don't, maybe they use honor.
They have nano as well, right? Yeah.
Okay, they still have nano, yeah. I can't hear sound, so I don't know. Okay, speeding
really?
honor. Yeah, that's fine, though. Yeah, that's fine. Honor goes good. Gets up right. I think Soldier's on high ground maybe, but you can shoot the house if there's Soge. Yeah, try and get Soge. You can get the Soge. Around, maybe heal your house in the meantime.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh
yeah, stay upright. We just go with some stay upright, stay upright. And maybe it's a little bit too late now because they've got sight lines.
Oh, I'm trolling.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. Wait, yeah, look at your house. Look at your house. Yeah, look at what's going on around you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't leave there for your house, but again, just look at him. Look at what he's doing, right? When you're AFK there against High Noon. Okay. You go in front to back there. This is not looking pretty. Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah, just farm out a beat. You'll get it in time. Arista, so press tab again, so look at ults. No nano there, right? Just cast ults.
Yeah, just cast ult. No nano.
Okay, so they definitely probably have nano here for sure. No Arista ult, no Sojourn ults, no cast ults, so just nano.
Kitsune too, though.
Yeah, just let your team Kitsune, then beat the nano, okay? People wait on Arista. Okay, maybe you match with Kitsune, nice. Wait for nano. Sure. Maybe Warrior top right, top left in the meantime. People wait Arista, sure. And look on high grounds. Important stuff, right? Maybe try and beat. You can't really beat them off. Oh, that's a bit risky. Sure, just full Scott in the meantime here. Sure, Arista, sure. Hey, people wait, nice. I might need to be here anyways, yeah, nice. Sure. Up 1 at the moment. Try, yeah, try and beat them off if you can.
I need to be on point.
If you can't clear them, that's fine. Just out-rotate, just stay on cart, try and dodge.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, we got it. Cool.
So ideally, when you've got beat there, you go for the boop so you can clear him, or you can out-rotate and ignore him and just force the cart, which is good.
Yeah.
Generally, some decent plays though, right? I think as long as again you're somewhat aware of what's going on around you, things start to become a lot easier, right? But when again, so you'll have these little pockets of time where you're resetting, or where you're de-peaking, or where nothing's going on, where you're kind of chilling, and you can just press tab and look what's going on, and look at, okay, my team's got X, Y, Z. Maybe I can look to enable my has during this ultimate goes on. Maybe they've got X,
so you're
Y,
not
Z
really
ults.
thinking about what ults they have then?
Right, so
you're focused more on what plays we can make rather than what they have.
Yeah, in some times, I mean, ult tracking in enemy team is important too, right? So maybe again, saving beat to match certain ults, so maybe you're close to beat, so again you can beat Queen ult or you can beat Nano for something like that, right?
Right.
Ult tracking isn't something that is. I mean, I could have done it before, but I'm not expecting you to be some god tier ult tracker. I'm kind of rusty with it myself, but
yeah.
still.
I mean, I can do it well, not in the middle of a fight, you know.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm used to doing. It's like I can keep track of it when I have time to think about it, but in the middle of the fight,
right.
It's tough for me. Yeah.
That's why it's at least the easier thing to do is again look at what your team has at least in the mid fight.
Sure.
Like that EMP
I
was.
don't know why the audio isn't working. It says it should be set up right.
Let me check. It might be just dumb.
It says I'm sharing the audio.
Okay, sure. Okay. This is nated right now. Nothing much you can really do. The Reaper. Okay, let's Spain to deny him. Really, that's it. Okay, maybe looking to like a Winter jumping in. Look around. Can't really walk forward there, but you can poke Soldier. That's fine.
Yeah.
Cart maybe a little bit. Sure. Fine. Can't really go on honor. That's too deep. Yeah, I still just got the solid on there. Going back is fine. Sure, before Reaper, easy boob, right? Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, happily Winston there a little bit. Maybe heal lamp. Oh, yeah, just looking at what Winston's doing there, and again at heal lamping, again based on the aggression that he has. Right, you see Reaper go down, that implies that he's gonna play aggressively on your Winston. Like you can trade up here, try and get the break kill. C9 by the way.
Yeah.
You can get to it in time. You'll get
I can get to it. Oh
yeah,
my god!
Not
Not
go. Okay. Just in time. Just play to store, play to store. You're up numbers anyway, you'll be fine. I'll stay here low, stay here low. Okay. Okay, shouldn't see 9 that. Be... Just stay back cards, stay back cards. Oh. Just clear Margo. Nice. Okay. I would go top right.
Yeah, I'm scared to get off
Yeah,
point with the tracer.
C9, right? Yeah, that's fine. You can say fight. Don't want to C9 that.
I'm pretty sure we didn't kill the tracer.
Okay. Have a back eye at it. Yeah, just keep looking at the top there in case of the meterage. Okay. Picking out Margo's fine. Okay, you can save this back card because of the card, obviously. That's fine. Groups away goods. Reaper might be CP into card. Yeah, nice. Keeping away goods. No Wraith form. Maybe look to chase him. Maybe. Oh, you can't really chase him. It's
yeah,
fine. He's out. He's out.
Just too hard.
Maybe he'll right top right again.
Oh, at the point?
As in, yeah, where you were right there, I was completely fine. Okay, Reaper my Reaper's good. Okay, Amping's fine. Just play to store Reaper. He's not doing much. Just bully him, sure. Okay. I don't know why he's just playing the backup so hard.
Yeah.
Doing it again.
Weird.
Jesus Christ. And he feeds. Great. Average Reaper player. Yeah, that high gun now set to well, which is good. That's fine. Of course, if Reaper's gonna backcap, he's just mark him out.
Yeah.
Okay, spam is fine. Keep in mind you're 1 down because your Swamp doesn't spawn. Reaper is fine. Okay, sure. That's slightly annoying. And save beat for the cage here because they're probably gonna have cage soon.
Yeah, that's true. Plus EMP. Okay.
Maybe an EMP cage, but still. Okay, Boop's fine. Yeah, rotate around backwards. Up your house here a little bit. Yeah, he needs a little bit of help, yeah. Sure.
Hoping that we EMP the cage, yeah.
Guardian on cards, yeah, just place a heal lamp there. Fine. All that EMP, so you need to get a big value on that EMP. The next fight's gonna be really rough because of cage. Even if you win this, just mark tracer for the meantime. Stay on heal or stay heal or cards. Give away, sure. Tiny bit late there, but it's fine. I'm gonna lose card there, never got cage. Oh, maybe you still win that? Ah, they still get cap anyways. I think the beat there was the most questionable play because your Haz was still
that was a bit of a panic beat for sure.
Yeah, he was like 500 HP.
He was still fine for a while.
Yeah, he was done blocking as well. But yeah.
Let's go high ground.
Okay. You're trying to avoiding the cage is gonna be really important. You can maybe get through the cage, but yeah.
Yeah, you might use it here.
Oh, speaking of you, big apple here. Yeah, you'll be fine in that. He's sort of caged himself in.
Yeah.
Kinda trolled. Okay, you can't get enable your hazards here. Fine. Sure, go for honor next. You can red it a little bit here. Nice.
Oh my god.
Sure. And just play with go top high gun again. So maybe go with your Haz here, whatever side he's playing.
Sure. I feel like he's gonna jump over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to stay.
You can essentially mark the other side, or again look to enable him. Other one's fine. Okay, sure. Form up that beat. Don't die against the Cassidy.
Yep.
Okay. Sure. Look at what your Haz is doing. Brings underneath. Sure. Speed him in. Nice. Ooh, fine. I guess fine. You force out nano booster. Try and you can maybe live behind, but yeah, either you live behind there and you play top high gun, or you just die.
Yeah.
Nano, sorry, has ult for nano is fine. Okay, no rally. They used actually fight to go. It'll be 70-80 to it.
If I can.
You can maybe beat aggressively here. I don't think they will rally, or maybe you just win the cutscene on point. Yeah, don't beat. Yeah, don't beat. It's already. Maybe you might need to though. Oh, that's looking rough. Yeah, your Haz doesn't get it in time. He's out, yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah, roll to high ground if possible here. Nice. With the line people top left. Look, yeah, go for that cats. Nice. See, no, oh my god! Oh, so close. Okay, just play to live. Okay, just pick out our Arissa right now. Look at our rounds. Nice boop. Night trace if possible.
Oh,
that's a really lucky stick.
Okay. I just knew the Kira was behind me. I just don't want to get her.
That's fine. You got spawn advantage and you're up numbers, hopefully, so you should be okay with that.
They're gonna be close to Orisa ult.
That's the
Don't
most
a nano,
European
they
reach
used
I've
rally.
seen. You guys kitsuned and then has ulted and then got no one, and then your has almost needed beats.
Yeah.
Very European. Okay, just play. Yeah,
you see the
it's
point
50
I'm
seconds
making
off. You
too.
should be okay with that, I think. Okay, fine. You can stay high ground for the time being. House has got to. Oh,
Gotta keep the block point. That's what I'm thinking about. Oh, I didn't get her.
Oh, C9, C9,
shit.
C9. Oh my god. Okay, can see your point. Yeah, this is already one. Sure. Okay, I would just be warding on high ground to be honest, but it's fine. Yeah, like that,
Like up
roughly.
here,
Yeah, basically.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, not bad there, not bad at all. Definitely seems like we can go over though.
Yeah, that was definitely a good game for it.
Okay, let me. No. Okay. Just waiting for the code for that as well. There we go, great. A copy. Paste. Alrighty.
Ready for battle.
Okay. See. Yeah. Alright. I still think the biggest thing is again making sure that you're minimizing your downtime and you're a little bit slow on some things in terms of helping someone out or being there in the correct situation. It's kind of reading the body language and the cooldowns and what your teammates might do in accordance with that. Which is a little bit vague, but we'll get into some examples hopefully. It's fine. Sure.
I don't see you streaming if you
Oh wait, hang on. Let me. Oh yeah, I'm. There we go.
There we go.
It's loading up there. There we go. Great. So yeah, booping or Viper here, fine. Sure, no Wraith, fine. But is this Wraith form here that is kind of the important cooldown because that implies that what might your Winston do?
He can go in.
He might go in, right? Now Bubble's commonly broken right now. He's still in cooldown, right? But because of that Reaper Wraith and because they've given up space, you need to get ready for him to jump in. And I think this is kind of the time I was like, stay here for high ground, right? Because again, you can ward up here and then speed in while your Winston goes in. But you kind of drop down, I believe, here. Somewhere. Here. Roughly. Yeah, you kind of like droop down here. You're right. You're not ready for your Winston to get up to high ground. Whereas I'm like, you need to stay here for that, right? So why do you actually drop down here?
Honestly, I think it was just I didn't mean to. I think I just fell.
Right. I think it's more of a case of like if you need to.
But I wasn't thinking about going in. You know.
Exactly.
If I was thinking about going in,
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Had you been thinking about that, you're not gonna drop down here.
Yeah.
You're gonna because your intention is gonna be to stay, obviously. I think the Sombra also is that you literally can see her right now, and what is she doing? You know, she is currently behind the enemy team and putting attention away, which implies that there's some aggression that you can maybe look to be helping here, or at least if your Winston sees this, it also implies it's his time to jump in right now. So it's that sort of reading of the body language that's kind of missing. But yeah. So with the Reaper Wraith is the important cooldown there. Also the Sombra going in, that's kind of the visual cue. But also again, the fact that your Winston, this is a very classic jump as well that you'll see a lot of Winstons do, right? If you play or watch the game a lot, Winstons will love jumping high ground in this exact fashion. So yeah, is that kind of like multiple visual cues and experience that will tell you that Winston will probably jump high ground in the next few seconds. Instead you're standing on carts, not doing much. Thankfully you're here. A little late, better late than never. Nice boop. Gun Winston's fine. Sure. Then I Ash, sure. Your all is fine here as well. And that's fine as well. Keeping away is fine. This is the moment of time where it gets really sketchy because you can't reach for these kills. These guys are full HP, and your Winston right now, as you just saw, is not with you. He's actually deep peeking around, which implies that if you can't see a Winston here, what is this guy probably thinking about?
Trying to get out.
Trying to get the fuck out, right? So you should be trying to get the fuck out. So this is just a soft engage. Right? You're just playing for space, playing the skirmish around, trying to look for opportunities where you can. You're not committing positionally is the big understanding of that. Because your Winston isn't doing that either. He's not here tasering these guys, right? If that was the case, then I can maybe see an argument for where you taser or your Winston tasers these guys, and you look to try and get a kill for that maybe. That could be fine. But after you see that your Winston's not doing that, it's time to leave or war it out. And because you still got a bubble here, the bubble's not cracking, you can leave and war it out, right? So you should be fine for this. I also like calling this the turn and burn in some of my videos too, where we'll zone backline, and that will essentially allow you and your team to burn whoever's on frontline. And you can kind of see that right now, because Reaper's getting burned, Queen's getting a little bit burned here too, Ana's gonna get burned if you turn around on her as well. It's these guys that get zoned, so you guys can actually turn and burn the frontline here in the meantime. So is that again reading of the body language there in the moment that is kind of feeding here, essentially. And you kind of extend a little bit too far. And reading what your Winston does is the important thing. And again, if you were in high elo, you would probably die there.
I should have died.
You should have died there. I actually was kind of shocked that you didn't die there at all. But yeah, thankfully you guys don't die on the repush there by the enemy team. You guys get out of dodge, so you get map control, point control, fine and dandy, nothing crazy. Dropping A for Queen, reasonable, right? You just saw what was going on in the backline. They're miles away. They're doing whatever the fuck they want. So you have all the opportunity to drop down and go for Queen. And you're not really sacrificing much here, right? By proxy, right? Is the Queen killable?
Yeah, I mean, her whole team's so far away.
Right, because exactly, right? Because you just saw a team as far away. So what would I expect you to do in this situation, especially with Boop?
Try to boop her in deeper.
Boop her in deeper. So,
Sure.
let's see if you do that, right? Let's see. Boop her in deeper. Okay. You don't, right? I want to boop.
Damn.
You kind of just boop her into the corner there a little bit. Right? It's actually, if the boxes didn't exist, she'd go more over there, right?
Yeah, she'd actually get out.
Yeah, and that's the key differentiator between you landing this kill and you not, right? And her team gets back in time, in part because of the boop, right? So that's the important factor, and it's so, how do I say it? It's so tough to sort of read this because the mindset that you're in is informed by what you just saw right there, right? Just like how again, your mindset is informed by what you see from the Reaper, what you see from your Sombra, and what you see from your Winston, right? And I guess it's the exact same thing here. It's why awareness is so important, right? Because you did regain awareness here. It just didn't change your mindset because you knew that these guys were zoned off. They were in fucking Narnia because you just saw that. So I guess my question here is, why not go for the boop that's deeper into the enemy team?
Yeah, I don't know.
Right? It's maybe you thought your Brig's critical HP, so maybe you thought your Brig's kind of scared and could maybe die for this, right? Maybe that was the case there.
Yeah, but also at the same time, even if she does die, killing the Queen probably wins us the fight regardless.
Right, it's probably a more worth it kill. And honestly, Brig Micro, she should be fine. She's a whip shot bash, she's got shield as well. Axe is the main thing, but she should be fine, right? It's again the boop that's killing me here, and it's what you're. The issue with the boop isn't the boop itself, it's what you think 5 seconds beforehand, I guess is the main thing. It's why you're not, like, what you just saw isn't transferring, or it isn't creating some kind of cause and effect between you and your boop here, right? It's like, what you just saw, it just goes past your head. It doesn't really matter to you, right? It's not affecting what you do here. And I know other Lucio players that would, again, actually boop the Queen deep, like, literally, this is the easy boop of your life. It's extremely easy, right? And there's nothing complex about this boop. It's why you're not doing it. And I think why is you're not paying attention to what you just saw onto the enemy team. And that's the important factor, right? It's because that affects how killable the Queen is. If the Brig's like, right, maybe we can change the situation here, right? If you can see the Ana Brig here, then maybe going for the boop here isn't necessarily worth it, right? Maybe, again, because you might be getting naded here, you might actually be killable here if you do that, right? And it might be really risky to go for that kind of play. So maybe instead you war it around here, maybe you deny the Ana Brig while healing the Winston. Maybe that's a slight change or variation of the situation. But in this case, it's clear as daylight. Boop the Queen in, she's isolated, get the kill. And that could have probably secured that first fight a lot easier. Because I think it was, I forget, I think this wasn't as easy. Oh yeah, I remember you had to touch in last.
No, yeah, we almost like fully lost. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was part of it. Or that could have been the swinging factor. You could have got first held there, and that could have been the reason why. And now things get a little bit messier as well, right? Because now the Reaper's back, and this is where I was like, now you can ward up here a little bit, right? And this is where now you start to regain awareness, right? Where you've done something, or something has occurred, right? You try going for the queen, unfortunately, it didn't happen. Unlucky, whatever. Right, now is the time to regain awareness. You've done that thing, you tried pushing in the queen, you tried denying her, didn't work out, now is your time to regain awareness. And when you regain awareness, what I'm saying is, try and play a position such that it gives you options, and such that you can see everything, so you know what to do, right? Because it gets messy here when you can't see everything, or you don't exactly know what to do.
Yeah.
I was like, who do I go on, right? Do I go on the Reaper, the Winston, the Queen? There's so many things, right? Whereas here, again, you've got options. You can maybe drop down, put the Reaper away, you can ward up here, help your Winston here, you can maybe shoot the Queen a little bit, right? Queen's not really doing much here, so again, it's going to be mainly the Reaper here, or enabling Winston. One of the two. But yeah. Because now it becomes difficult, right? Like, what do you do now? You can't kill these targets because it's too far away and it's too dangerous. And now it might take a little bit too long to, you know, do all this jargon and get back to high ground here. So yeah. I'm dying here, yeah. Okay. So in short, there were actually times, there were 2 times, right? The first 2 fights where you did regain awareness, but they didn't impact your overall decision making, and that's important. And I think, again, understanding why is, I guess, important, right? So like, why did you not factor in the fact that these guys were so far away into wanting to kill the queen a bit earlier?
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like I did. I just didn't. Like, I knew I wanted to kill the queen because obviously I went down, followed the monkey to get to her, but it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Right. Maybe you thought it was like a soft engage. Maybe like, oh yeah, maybe we can like damage the queen here or something like that. But yeah, it's the cooldowns need to follow the mindset in terms of what you're thinking on the character. And it's the exact same mistake I made on the very first fight too. We are a little bit slow to help out your Winston. And you end up dropping off the high ground there. But yeah. Okay. We'll see here. Alright. Okay. Right, and again, like, what did Lucio just do?
Yeah, she's on high ground, so I can probably
Right,
walk up
like,
a little bit too.
Yeah, and I think I have to point out to you, look at high ground, because Sombra's there. She just translocated to high grounds. High grounds is relatively free, right? Your Winds is coming back from spawn. Your dive tank, whatever the case may be, he probably wants to play high ground too. So if you can try and deny it, or get ready to deny it, is the important factor. Then, again, that's what you should be thinking about doing here. You're never realistically going to drop off and start healing your trace. It's never going to happen. Your Brick will take care of it. It's fine, right? Your Brick can take care of that. That's not really your whole ordeal. But yeah, it's that. Yeah, there we go. Now you're looking at Ash, right? Okay, now we go. Nice. And it would have been nicer to, again, be a little bit quicker onto that, right?
Right, yeah.
It's one of the downsides of live coaching is that I can say something, but it'll be a second late, and it's because Overwatch is so fast and dynamic. Of course, I would love for you to have been literally in this frame right now. You could have already been here had you been aware or immediately switched on and saw your Sombra go to high grounds. And then, of course, doing this 2v1 kind of thing might even confirm the kill in some ranks, if you're good enough mechanically. But most of the time, you'll get the high ground space and you'll deny the Ash off a bit too. Yeah, a little bit slow there. That's kind of what I mean. Tiny bit slow there. Okay. Sure. Fine. So far, again, you've just done the thing, right? You denied Ash, you pushed it away. Reaper went for probably the worst bossum I've ever seen this year. And now you went up, right? So now
he has another bad one too.
Yeah, and another bad on the defense as well. So this, again, a good sort of starting place to be at right now. And again, this is where, again, you regain awareness. And it should be fairly easy because you can see your Has, you can see Ana, you can put 2 and 2 together. Yeah, very easy, right? So you can see what your Has is going to do here. So yeah, nice. That's fine, I don't mind that. And that boop is really important. Right? Like this is probably the best play done in the entire game that I saw, right? It's being that switched on to being able to scout an angle here and then go for the boop here, which saves your Hazard's life. I'm not gonna lie. So a really good boop there. And Ampeel's good as well, no issue there. And looking around for the retouch, good as well. I'm fine with that. Playing slow on carts, nice. I would honestly just DP it, to be honest, or go for after you see the high ground's vacant, then I would just play here again. I think that's the best place to play.
Yeah.
You can still deny the high grounds, you can still recover to use, you can drop down, you can do all kinds of things, right? And most importantly, you can see everything if you're here. Or everything that matters. But yeah, and by proxy you also know that there's people below you as well.
Right,
but yeah. Okay, we'll see here. So far so good. And then it's by your Tracer. Okay, so yeah, no need to beat, but then again your Tracer dies there, so it slightly changes, right? You might need to beat, right? I think after Nano goes off, I think. The Nano goes off right now. Beat's fine. A little bit scuffed there, right, mechanically.
Yeah, I meant to hit it on the high ground.
Yeah,
just missed it.
Relatively fine, right? Small market there, nothing crazy. Beat's reasonable. Now, where do you go to? Done a thing, where do you go to?
I mean, I'd be thinking about right to help with that other guy, but there's not really a way to get out there easily, so you could just go back high ground right where I was.
Yeah.
Or left side.
I think that's fairly reasonable. You can move out to bluff again and try and look for a different angle. I think that's fine. You can maybe push cart is something else you can do as well. What else? What else could you?
I kind of like left. I feel like left would be best.
Yeah, I think left's probably the best. Probably place to go. Again, the Kitsune is kind of annoying on point.
Yeah.
So it might be a little bit too dangerous to like get more on right side here. But something to at least be cognizant about. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, they go right anyways. Fine. Got a good angle. Sure. Fine. There we go. Didn't have to leave that. I think again the Sombra is the key kill that sort of swings away. That tells you to leave here essentially. Again, that sort of should help you regain awareness to be like, okay, I've lost one. Haz is low. No one's dying. Let's leave right now. So thankfully you leave just in time. Okay, Haz dies. Unfortunate, happens. Now again, we're just playing the stage. Okay. Nothing crazy. Okay. Should we reset again? Okay. Fine. Okay. Go high ground again, nice. Good. Fine. No nade, force up for high grounds. So far so good so far, right? You've got high ground control, no nade right now, your team's got good staging, and you've got EMP suit. Should be a fairly easy fight, and I think I called it out to you as well that that your team's got EMP. So you can look to speed in again your front line here to enable that to happen. Okay. Go. Nice. I'd say if I'm being nitpicky, I think you're a little touch slow here. I think you look caught here a little bit. Whereas again, like I wouldn't. There's nothing you can ignore the Queen of Cart. You know, you're playing for EMP or you're playing for disengagement with your Hazard right now. Because you got a super aggressive front line and you got EMP. So maybe a touch slow on your hands.
I don't really need to amp this either, do I?
And I was just gonna say, yeah,
like
you don't need to amp this as well, right? Yeah, you don't need to. Wide plus speed, natural speed is fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Hazard's already in.
Yeah, and I think your target priority as well is a little bit questionable. I was expecting you to go for the same target as your Haz, to go for honor, but
yeah, I think it's just that I saw him got slept, so I just wanted to, make it so someone can shoot at him. One less person, I guess.
I think the Boop and Kiriko's fine. It's a small thing, but yeah, fairly fine. And then now you can obviously amp heal because your Haz is low right now. Had you kept it,
right.
But yeah. Okay, Scout one's good. Okay, EMP on cart. Sure. What's the one thing? So what does your Haz do?
He just drops down right away and goes on Fury.
Yeah, he drops down right away, right?
Yeah.
So what's the implication?
He's going in.
He's going in. Something's happening here right now that needs help again, right? And that's what I would want you or prefer you to do on Lucio, rather than shooting Queen. And had you done that, maybe you drop down here. It's a bit awkward for the ward here, admittedly, right?
Is it not a little scary to go down there though? Like I guess I was worried I was gonna die.
I think it's a
I feel
similar
like I'm
thing.
in the middle of the team if I drop right there, you know?
I think the EMP is the trigger for you to allow you to drop down here. I mean, the big damage dealer is dead right now. The 1-up, and you've got EMP. And again, most people... Who's going first here? Who on your team's going first?
The has.
The Has, right? So
Right, but
who's...
I mean, it's still that the queen is behind me, I guess, is the main thing that scares me.
Right,
Is that she gets EMP, she turns around and shoots me.
and then might go on to you, right? I think I wouldn't worry about Queen too much because you can outmaneuver her and you can ward it away. I think it'll be relatively okay. Like, get around here, you'll be fine. But yeah, I think the thing is that there's triggers here that kind of tell you that, you know what, I can ignore Queen for now. I can help on my hands and do a very similar thing to what you did a bit earlier, where you can spook away them and targets here, similar to a thing here. It's nothing crazy because I don't mind what you do here. I think it's a bit safer to do. But yeah, and also your hat should not be going in on critical HP. But yeah. Okay. You know, out. Okay. What does Queen not tell you?
They're gonna be engaging hard.
Yeah. Right. So this can't. So your hat is dead. Queen not just been used, and so there's two forms of factors or triggers that tell you, you know what, the fight may not be going in our favor right now.
Right. Yeah.
And out of all of those, like, out of those two triggers, you instead decide to go in, and you just saw recall as well by your traces for a glance there. Which again is a little bit too risky.
Yeah.
And it gets kind of scuffed, right? And thankfully you don't die there, right? And you will ride out in
Yeah,
time.
definitely greeted it though.
Right, but yeah, very greedy, right? It has died, Queen out on carts, and again the trace of recall out as well. And I think there's no trigger there to look for a kill. And you could have died there, especially when again you kind of need a touch.
Yeah, if I die, we probably lose the game there, right there.
Yeah.
So.
Sure. Okay, this is fine. Nice. Good. Again, both regaining awareness and also helping your character there too. And here's where you need touch. Nice. There you go. Looks good. Cool. Nice. Hazel is ended up being huge there, and then yeah.
Yeah, that was really big.
Alright. Yeah, again, I think you just stand on cart because you're holding tab. Or just, you know, think about the next fight. Yeah, ideally, again, the thing with tab is just making sure, again, looking at what your team might have, which, again, no aggressive ults, but considering, again, your Kiriko can just TP off cart, you can just enable people in high ground here. So, again, I would like to see you, again, start off the high
I
ground.
guess they just set up and press tab too. You know?
Yeah.
There's no point being here.
Okay. Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. Yeah, if you see what even if you end up dying here, right? But if you see what your Haz is doing right now, again, this kind of needs helping, right? You can get farm beat off of this, disable the Haz if you decide to, you know, leap over to high grounds, do that kind of nice stuff there as well.
Yeah, I saw that and I was thinking about it, but it felt just a little too far away.
Yeah.
For me to be able to help.
Again, I think if you had a little bit more time, of course you would have gotten there. But yeah.
And if I just set up instead of sitting cart too, would have.
Exactly, yeah.
Been fine.
A predict there, which is unfortunate. And that's going to be that fight there. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so what did you just see?
It was actually really blurry. I'm not sure.
Okay, so maybe Discord is having a bro moment there.
I think I heard cleanse though.
The cleanser, okay, that's one of them, right? Cleanse is one of them.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you just saw, right, but that has just leaped across the airship, right? Which means he's controlling the space now. You can also see, or hear at least, and actually see as well because you got light eyes on. Your Sombra translocating out, right? So you can see that too. So 3 small things: as leaping into the room, Sombra leaving a translocator, and cleanse being used here as well, right? Also, what can't you see?
Their supports or the Haz.
Exactly, right? You can't see your own Haz, and you can't see the enemy supports here too. So you shouldn't go in here based off those triggers, right? Based off those like small visual details, you shouldn't be looking to go in here. But I believe you do.
I do.
Right? You do in time, right? And then they get ward off and die. And it's not that surprising to see this happen, where again, you could have been playing a little bit more passive, where all these characters, Kiriko included, right? Kiriko and Sombra, they can escape very easily. You can't. Which becomes, and even your Kiriko's baiting right now. Your Kiriko's actually like, she doesn't want any of that smoke. And thankfully, she's correct. She doesn't want any of that smoke, right? Let your Haz do the clearing. Or let your Haz do the zoning right now. literally just AFK with the Kiriko right now. Let these guys do the hard work, and then walk in afterwards, right? Maybe again you can do some like fancy wall ride, right? Maybe you wall ride up here, this, and then help up with the airship. That could be fine, right? After your Has goes in, that's fine, right?
Sure.
Or again you can maybe go right side if you see Has gets cleared. But this guy, this little Has guy, wants to go ahead and peel for his backline, then you can maybe take the room, right? But it's those visual details that tell you it's not good. It's not a good idea to play the room. But yeah. And you end up dying here, which is sad. But yeah, the 2 deaths there, right? That were again first deaths on your side because you died first on your team, but also deaths that end up being really important because you've got beat in both fights. Again, that could be very vital to again pushing this cart all the way through. Thankfully, your team ended up catching the slack though. Okay. Has dies there, which is unfortunate. Okay. I think again, your Has dying there kind of tells you that, you know what? Maybe it's not a good idea to want that smoke, right? I think maybe all you maybe want to do here is just peek a little bit, like do some shoot peeking, so you can scout a little bit here. But yeah, I definitely do not contest this room here at all, obviously, right? But obviously now you've got no map, you have little map control. So instead, where might you want to think about going to, if possible?
I mean, I could just go right on the spaceship, on the ship.
Right. So ideally, you would ward around here and then try and get to airship, or you could do a little bit more of a scuffed wall ride and try and hug up this wall and then do this scuffed wall outs. Ideally, but one of those 2 things will be great, so you can control this area. Because again, you know by proxy, you just saw your Has die. Has died in this room. So by proxy, no one's going to be playing here. So you should be safe to play here. Got a good angle. You can poke out this angle too. Maybe enable your tracer based on what she's doing here as well. Yeah, all that kind of good stuff as well. And also, this is a high level thing. I forgot if you mentioned this last time, but do you play on a team?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure you know the mid-fight micro where you ideally set a good TP for your Kiriko, right? Yeah, so again, that'll be another pro of playing this angle here too, right? You can set a good TP for your Kiriko. But yeah. Okay. Alright. It's okay. Amp, maybe not so much. The boop's good, right? But you see the Kiriko TP away. What was the cause for the amp?
Yeah, I think I just used it. Like, I was assuming the Kiri wouldn't TP away, I guess, you know? I didn't, like, actually see that and then change my plan.
Right. So maybe a little bit of, again, not reacting to what's going on around you. Maybe having, like, this sort of a pre-planned idea of how the fight's gonna go.
Yeah.
Maybe the Kiriko stands her ground, and then maybe you want to, again, keep the heal amp for her. Because I can see you swapped off for the heal, because you're anticipating she's gonna hold her ground.
Right.
But yeah. Been unfortunate. Okay. Sure. Warrior's good there. Through the wall, nice. Sure. I mind holding your gun there a little bit in case you're scared about the one shot. Okay. Pull that from your Has, pop on the carts. So the beat here, it's fine, right? And I had this conversation where it's like, you can beat to match ultimates, and that's okay. But I would rather you beat to match aggression rather than ultimates. So right now, what I mean by that is your team fine right now, despite the music?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, seeing it now, I really don't like this beat.
Right, because the Has ult is like, who cares, right? Like, it's Has ult, your team can avoid it fairly easily. Is this Bob also in a threatening angle?
No.
Not really. It's pretty much the exact same angle as the Hazard, right? Maybe if the Bob was tossed like here or here, or like a behind angle, right? That might be a little bit more scary, and then that maybe you need to beat that, right? Because your Kiriko can't avoid that, right? Maybe, but in here, not really, right? So it's not a bad beat, right? It's not like a throwing beat. It's not even like a terrible beat as well, because you're matching 1 for 2, right? In theory, it looks good, but you can also match 0 for 2 and still get away with it. It's kind of the point here.
It also doesn't even hit the people it was meant for, right? Well, I guess I did hit the Hazard, but
yeah. You get like a little bit of a delay, obviously, as you know, a grace period.
Yeah.
But yeah. And now, if you had beat hypothetically, now would be a great time to be pushed back.
Right. Yeah.
We'll save it for another boost here too. But yeah. Okay. what's something you could do here when you drop down?
I could go up left right away.
Yeah, I'm not sure how the ward is. It's gonna look. It looks a bit. I mean, this is not looking fun for me. I'm not gonna lie. But maybe playing up here a little bit. I'm not sure if again you can ward up here.
Yeah,
to
I guess I was thinking more like as long as I'm super fast about it, go back up where you said like the scuffed wall, right?
Yeah,
Where
it's the thing is
Nah,
it's
it
so
would take a little
scuffed
bit,
that
though.
it's because you have to ward back to your team and then get up here and then
Yeah.
do the same. It's just a little bit scuffed. So I would rather you stay up basically with your team rather than do some scuffed ward and then try and get to the high ground here. If you want to do a wall ride, I think the best one to do is probably this one. It looks scuffed to me. I don't know if you can actually do this.
Yeah, I've never tried that before, but
Yeah, but staying is fine. Staying is fine. But yeah. Okay. And now I'll assume you guys EMP. I assume. Alright. I think now as well, I think it's when you tapped and looked at the EMP. I think this is the fight, yeah, I think if I remember correctly. And now you
Yeah.
by proxy, you know your team's gonna go in after this. So yeah, fine. Warride's good. Fine. I wouldn't. Oh, yeah, that Warrior there is kind of.
no, that was I should just walk out.
Oh, yeah, just walk. I think I see this so many times where like, I see it on Mercy too sometimes where people often, what's the saying, just because you can doesn't mean you should. And
Right.
I've seen Mercy players do some crazy movement tech and die for it, and it's like, sure, it looks cool, you have aura by doing it, but it's not practical. And right now, you don't need to ride, just literally just walk around, just literally that's it. And
Yeah.
then fire your Cheerios because this is not looking good. But he just misses 2 shots. The cast just misses 2 shots, and you get away with it. So yeah. Okay, a little bit scuffed there. Lumping is fine. Nice. Okay. Also, when people are dead or when the fight becomes a little bit less chaotic, you are able to like swap playstyle adequately. Like that was actually really good, right? Like you beat it in forward, so you kind of rushed in forward. You enabled your Sombra here, then we're back to peeling off your has. That was actually really good. But the micro there is again the movement is what I'm a little bit scuffed about.
Yeah, that was terrifying.
But yeah. Okay, we'll see here. Okay. Alright. So again, what are your team doing?
Tracer's setting up.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Sombra has are setting up too. Yeah, everyone's setting up.
Everyone's setting up, right?
Right,
So,
correct.
and you got cart pressure right now because you're Kiri. So, where can you maybe move to? Where should you move to?
I'd want to play with my Tracer right now.
For sure, for sure. So let's see if you do. Maybe not. So yeah, maybe a little bit slow there, right? And I think this is the moment, right, where you see this little yellow speck on your screen. That's very distant, but that's the moment in time. That's like, you know what? I need to help out my Tracer. Now maybe even before that, right? Like now, like again, this is it. This person.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why I stopped there, right? Because it's like, what do you gain?
Right, exactly. You know, you're playing how do I say it? You're playing Lucio like Zen almost, right? Where if you're playing Zen here,
Yeah.
this looks great. But you're not Zen, so yeah, not great. Just gets V4. I mean, oh my days! Imagine if you were here. Oh, I could. That's
Oh,
an
she'd be
easy
so dead.
2v1. Easy
She'd be
days.
so dead.
Easy. Easiest kill of your life. You get that 2v1 easily. You boot this person to the spikes. Easy days, right? And that fight becomes really easy. Because you're playing Zen Lucio, you are not able to do that, sadly. Ampere is okay. You get the kill eventually. But yeah, better late than never. But yeah, this is kind of what I mentioned again with the Sombra, right? You're a little bit slow to catch up on
Right.
things. And again, it's the reason why is because you're not paying attention to stuff that's happening on your screen 5 to 10 seconds beforehand. I think it's really important in dive too, because there is a setup stage in dive. There is like a time where your team's going to be taking angles and your team's going to be skirmishing, and that's the time to help out people on Lucio. So yeah. Okay, we'll see here. Fine here. Ideally, I would just play back here and deny space, or play back here and deny space. You can play with your has to. That's fairly okay. But yeah, I would just play here so you can like almost read it in a way, but mostly just follow up on dives. Right, follow up on what your has and your Sombra's doing. But yeah. Okay. As you can see here, right, it's kind of like Zen. Because had you been here, right, like, you're already set up with your Sombra, right? But now you're playing like a Zen kind of Lucio playstyle, which is not obviously conducive to your character. A bit scary. Oh my days. Oh. Now you get here eventually, right? But of course, you have to cross a high noon to do it, and tank a railgun. So yeah. Again, better than never. Okay. Okay. So I see this, right? And I see like you hit some nice things on Sojin. You obviously see your Tracer here right now. You can probably imply what is the Tracer going to do?
Yeah, the Tracer's definitely going to go in here.
Right. Yeah. Instead you go for your Haz, and I kind of get why. I assume it's because your Haz is low and taking aggro from Orisa.
Yep.
Yeah. Right. It's a hard choice, and I think the thing for me is you're going to lose this anyways if you match Orisa, right? If you front to back, and you match Orisa like this, you're still going to lose the fights. You're still not going to get optimal value. The way you beat Orisa is playing around her, right? And it's enabling and making sure that she can't affect fights that happen on the skirmish or the outskirts like this, right? That's what I'd primarily be looking to force out here. I wouldn't necessarily wall ride all the way over to help your Haz. I think Haz has enough micro to be able to outplay Orisa on his own. Like you can walk climb out, you can literally if I'm coaching this Haz right now, just fucking leave, just fucking walk climb here, and you'll be fine.
And Kiri's with him too. It's not like he needs
exactly
the
right. Like your Kiri's with him, so I doubt he's gonna die from Orisa. And that's like, what do you achieve here, right? So you get a boot here, maybe. Like, what do you haven't even done anything, right? You just existed. Whereas again, the past when you were with the Tracer, you had an opportunity to speed her in and maybe get a 2v1 onto a Sojin, Ana, whoever the case. That could have been quite nice. Yeah, you could have been there or not, and your Haz would have died there regardless. But yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Of course, you're not winning this fight. Okay. Sure. Casino on point. Match Kitsune's. So here you just play very slow, which is fine, right? You're just playing to match the nano boost, which is Ultrack, thank God. So this is fine. If I had to say anything, I'd just say like ward up here a little bit, right? Just make sure you're able to again shoot the Cassidy, or again look at him, be aware that he's there, poke him out if you need to, while still having aura on your teammates on the low grounds.
Sure.
A little bit of micro there. Okay, boops okay. There you go, nice. I think again here you just overextend a little bit. But you're just not aware of the castle on high ground, right? Kind of get a little bit caught by him a little bit.
Yeah.
And then
I had no idea.
Over space again. Yeah, and you get a little bit bamboozled there. A little bit slow on his high ground there. Okay. Sure, boop's fine. Beat's okay. Maybe a little bit more behind cover so you don't get Ajax.
Yeah, I saw the spirit whiz past me. Yeah.
It went past you. Okay. And obviously here, again, after you beat, then you clear the cast, obviously. Here, I wouldn't necessarily do it, because A, it's too risky, and B, it's the ward itself is hard to do. So I would just rotate and just force cart. But yeah. Okay, let's see here. That might change if he's got timing or something. But yeah. Okay, not bad there. A little bit scuffed. I think the main thing there was just, again, not front to backing the Orisa all the time and being aware of what's going on the high grounds. Again, it's why that regaining awareness thing is so important, because fucking text on my screen. But again, had you been like, again here, you can see everything, right? And that's the awareness thing that's I've been hammering on so much the entire VOD. But yeah. Okay. We'll see a little bit here in defense, and then we'll do a quick summary at the end. Okay. Alright. Fine. No one else you can really move to, so this is fine. Sure. Fine. Can't go into her, sadly, but this is what it is. And here, I think this is what you try and book the Reaper off. Unlucky. And then you see your Winston drop into a Malga, Reaper, and a Brig. What do you think's gonna probably happen?
He's toast.
Yeah, he's probably... he's not gonna be here for long. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So this you need to get
wonder.
ready to heal amp him essentially here, or even just speed amp, whatever the case may be, right? It's just a tad little bit too late, which is unfortunate, right? So yeah, and again, it's that cue of the Reaper. It's him. It's the Winston going into the aggression of the Reaper and the Brigger and the Browger to a lesser extent here too, right? It's not Winston's HP. It's the aggression he's about to take. But yeah. He could be full HP, I don't care. He's getting shredded by a Malga, Reaper, and a Brig. Undoubtedly. Here, look for trades, which are actually fine, because your team's there as well, and they're 1 HP, so I'm fine with that. And obviously, Malga can't do shit about it, because he's Malga, so you stun cards. Fine. I think here, I think I called a C9. Get it to it in time. And you barely get to it. Oh my god.
No.
Barely in time. And here you're just playing the stall. You're just playing the stall.
Right. Yeah.
Heal on carts. Don't stop between, like, you're not rotating. You're not dodging anything. You're just healing carts. So just farm beat here. Don't do TikTok ADHD spamming of the aura. Just farm your aura. You do it fairly well, to be honest. I think your aura management's been fine. But yeah, I just wouldn't spam it if you're not moving.
Okay.
Yeah, like hit like that was fine because you're moving to your hazard there, right? So that's deep movement there's fine. Okay, sure. Fine. Fine. Nice, and now you're like 2/3 the beat, which is nice. Okay. I think here I was like, just stay calm, but again, if you have time or your off the cart moves back a little bit, then you can war it up here a little bit, and then of course you can drop down if you need to. Which I think is what you did. Yeah, the Reaper was very, very hungry to get the T9. But yeah, he just didn't get it. Unfortunate. Okay. I think he goes for it anytime now, I think. Somewhere around now. Okay. Grip's okay. You're in time to get it, yeah, sure. Yamp there, of course I wouldn't. I'm not a fan of the amp, but I can get why you don't want to see 9s.
Yeah, I do that kind of every time I engage, though. Which
Yeah. This is not the first time that we see you amp engage, right? You saw it on first point attack too. But yeah. Okay. And looks relatively fine. Goes to high ground again, sure. Yeah, Jorgo and Reaper fine. Fine. I would leave Reaper alone if he was on high ground. If he's just on high ground shooting shit, you can stay on high ground here and poke him out. Of course, I wouldn't leave him entirely because he's a push cart, right? Yeah, dropping down here is fine. No worries. Amp's a little bit questionable, but okay.
Yeah, I just didn't want to get one shot from him.
Yeah, you're half HP.
Fortunately, my team wins the fight too, so it doesn't matter too much.
And this guy, TP's a fucking cards. Jesus Christ. And he blossoms! Oh my god. Yeah, that is a Reaper player. Okay. Alright, we'll do a quick summary here. At the end, we'll use... I think we'll use this. Okay. We'll say first thing, I think this is probably the most important thing. It's... having... when you do... have... awareness. And when I say awareness, I mean... LOS. To things... or to the fights. Let's that adjust your aggression. So again, I can give some examples, right? I think the first point is like there's 2 examples there, right? The Queen and the Sombra. By far the most important thing. I would also say again when I would link, maybe I might make this a new point because I mean, it's kind of linked. It's linked onto awareness, so yeah, I'll make it. Yeah, I'll make it a new point. Because I'll couple and beat with it too. So I'll say like again, try to regain awareness after an action has been done. Again, moving to at places with wide LOSs, high ground usually, places with options usually, and I want to couple in beat here too because your beats, like if you see, this kind of linked onto the first point to be honest more than the second point, but I think that beat where it was into what Hazard plus Bob,
Yeah.
where you saw that right, and you saw that, but it's looking at how is that Hazard or is that Bob a threat to your team? Is it something that, oh, I need to beat this Hazard because it's so good, or do I need to beat this Bob because it's so threatening to my team? I think that's really important. Because again, not just beating because you can to match ultimates, but beating because there's actual aggression that you can see on your screen. Which again links into that first point about, again, reacting to the aggression on your screen and letting that adjust your aggression based on what's going on top of your screen. Okay, third thing and last thing I'll say is amp usage. Amp and aura, I'll say. I can just call this micro, to be honest. With two things, right? Amp is a little bit early. Early on engage. Specifically with your Has. And then your curve usage. Right, twice against Cassidy. But yeah, less is more. I'll say that. If you are gonna wall ride, again, try and wall ride up. And kind of saw that on a third point attack where you could have wall ride up a little bit more.
Yeah.
Attack. Or if you can't wall ride because it's just too janky, then don't wall ride at all. Just play cover instead. So we kind of saw that on second point attack where it's just too janky to get to high grounds. So you can play cover, play slow, play with your team, and enable them afterwards. There's that too there. But yeah, those are the 3 key points I'd say. Again, first two kind of overlap. But any questions or concerns and queries?
I don't think so. Yeah, I think it makes sense. I think it's something good to work on.
Yeah. I think again the more you'll be paying attention to your team setup. Again, your Tracer is another example on third point attack too, where you could have just enabled her entirely.
Right.
But you just didn't, or you just did it a little bit too slowly. The more you pay attention to that, the easier your life will be in the mid fight for sure. And your team's life will be easier as well, to mention. But yeah, okay. I'll stop recording there.